Yeah.
First the earth had just two who bit off more than they can chew. The boy Cain was unstable, he tried to prove he's more than able. God had Noah build an ark to keep them above the watermark. The Babel boys tried to rise, got stopped before they reached the skies. Abe and Sarah left their home, Canaan was the place to roam. Little Isaac finally showed, told Hagar and Ish to hit the road. While Lot proved to be faulty, it was his wife that turned out salty. Abe was about to knife his kid, God stopped him before he did. Isaac got duped by his son Jake, Esau gave up his namesake. The wife of Pot was beyond the pale, her lie sent Joe straight to jail. Wasn't all bad for our boy Joe, he knew the dreams of old Pharaoh. Joe went on to feed the masses, forgave his bros for being asses. Satan tried to break a man, he endured it all to keep his stand. Little Mo was sent down the river, decades later he would deliver. Israel walked through a mighty sea, but hated the wilderness terribly. 12 saw the promise with their eyes, only 2 of them were faithful spies. For 40 years they walked in vain, the rebels did not the promise gain. Balaam's donkey was unique, it blew his mind that he could speak. Joshua was next in line, as leaders go, he did just fine. Our Missy Rahab was in the know, her family survived the fall of Jericho. The Gibeonites did God's will, they got to see the sun stand still. Jabin tried to pick a fight, a girl named Jael did his temple spike. Naomi and Ruth kept it close, Ruth's lineage with Christ to boast. Gideon beat the Midianites, sent only 300 to the fight. Hannah was sad, but then she prayed, plans for Sam were then laid. Jephthah's promise made him weep, his little girl did faithful keep. Sam hears a voice call him out of bed, not much later old Eli was dead. Samson let his guard down, made the Phillies in wreckage drown. Saul the king was first to rule, while he started well he ended cruel. David proved on God reliant, killed a lion, bear and giant. Saul was jealous of this kid, we all know what he next did. Dave and John were best of buds, Johnny even shared his duds. Davy strayed far from the path when he saw this little hottie take a bath. Solomon built the temple grand, brought a blessing to the land. That wise king had a turn of heart, it split the kingdom right apart. Elijah tested the priest of Baal, you know those pagans had a big fail. But Elijah ran cause he felt scared, but as always God was prepared. Amongst the turmoil and the strife, Elijah brought a kid back to life. Ahab and Jez were wicked fiends, the dogs feasted off that evil queen. Jehoshaphat was a servant true, God saved his life and his people too. The Syrian commander was real sick, Israelite girl got him healed quick. A king named Ben had an evil thought, but God saved what that king sought. A faithful priest hid a little child, it drove the city queen completely wild. Jonah tried to hide from God's wish, for days on end he smelled a stinky fish. Assyrians tried to cause a fright, a single angel showed his might. The kid King Joe had what others lacked, tried to get the nation back on track. Jeremiah was sent to preach, but the rulers had no heart to reach. Jerusalem was laid to waste, decades of exile they had to face. Danny and his band of 3 maintained the faith for all to see. Nebi dream left him in tatters, Danny was able to straighten matters. The Hebrews 3 drew the king's eye, they walked unscathed through the fire. Then there's a dream about a tree, the Babylonian was brought to his knee. Babylon's empire was about to fall, couldn't read the writing on the wall. Danny boy was so legit, he survived the lion's pit. Esther had the sweetest face, kept the Jewish people from complete erase. Ezra taught them of God's laws, Nehemiah helped to build the walls. Creation to the end of BC, be the Old Testament used to be.